Welcome to Flipped Classroom. Today's lesson is the final exam study guide. So let's take a look at the student learning outcomes and objectives. These were listed on the syllabus the first day of class, and we've talked about them throughout the course. At this point in the video, you might want to put pause and take a closer look at them. And when you're finished, unpause the video and you can move on to the next slide. Here's some logistics for the final exam. It will be given May 10th from 5:45 to 7:45 p.m. in the classroom. If you choose that option, bring paper and pen or pencil. It doesn't matter. You don't need a blue book. Just bring some binder paper. And like I said, it doesn't matter if you use pen or pencil. Since you are a hybrid class, you do have the option of taking the final exam on Canvas as well. It would still be a 2-hour test, but you have a bigger time frame. You can take it starting anytime at midnight on May 10th, all the way through May 15th at 11:59 p.m. So once again, it's a 2-hour test. So you'd have to start taking it by 9:59 p.m. on May 15th, because Canvas will lock you out at 11:59. As with the midterm and our other assignments, you need to make sure it's a reliable computer, because it's not an excuse that your computer crashed, your internet went down. So what I suggest is using one of the computers in the LRC or in the ARC library. If you'd like me to be there, there are Canvas techs that walk around the library and LRC to help you with Canvas questions. I actually will be in the library on Saturday, May 12th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. So if you want to take it in the library at that time, I will be there. You're not required to use an on-campus computer, but that is where you'll find some very reliable ones. If you're using a personal computer, keep the Canvas Help Desk phone number handy in case you need to call. They are open 24 hours, and they can help you with technology questions. This is an open book exam, so annotations are okay. It is not okay to try to predict the essay, hear the essay topic from a friend, write out the entire essay in your textbook, write out the essay before class. As a hybrid class, you have been on the honor system all semester, following the guidelines, so I don't have to come sit at your home and look over your shoulder. And I trust you that you will keep academic integrity and follow the guidelines. When I say open book, the two main sources have come from our class textbooks. They Say, I Say. The student learning outcome integrates sources using appropriate citation and formatting standards. That is basically They Say, I Say. Chapters 2 and 3. Go back, mark those pages up, chapters 2 and 3, and it will help you meet that SLO. The other SLOs assess complex text for audience, purpose, tone, and development. We've been doing that all semester with Hillbilly, Elegy. And on the test, you'll be asked to synthesize concepts and evidence from complex text and sources. Once again, you're synthesizing concepts from Hillbilly, Elegy and using evidence from that textbook. So to study for the final exam, keep in mind these two questions. What factors were the most influential on JD Vance's success? So you're basing this on the assumption that JD Vance did achieve the American dream, that JD Vance is successful by chapter 15. Starting with that premise, what were the influence that got him to that point? Also, what can be learned from JD's experience? That's more of a personal reaction to the text. To get started, before the final exam, you should brainstorm ideas about that question. Also, many of the answers to that question you will find in your own essay number 4. Also, reread the Canvas discussions that we had. Those class discussions also have the answers. And once you know the answers, reread sections of Hillbilly, Elegy that will refresh you on the influences on JD's life. Step 2 is coming up with a thesis statement. Even though you don't have the exact prompt for the essay, write an answer to the question of what factors were the most influential on JD Vance's success and what can be learned. Once again, a thesis statement answers the prompt. So here's a sample. Strategies for improving the lives of Appalachian Mountain and Rust Belt youths can be learned from the ways blank, blank, and blank influenced JD Vance in achieving the American dream. And those blanks, blank, 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 could be the influential factors. I'm not saying you need to use 3. Maybe it's 2, maybe it's 5. It's how you want to develop your essay. When considering the most influential factors on JD's success, you might want to divide it into 2 categories. There were these negative influences: poverty, domestic abuse, addiction. Oh, poverty's twice. It must be very important. Lack of education and revolving father figures. When you look at the negative influences, sometimes bad things can be a reverse role model. Bad influences can prompt you to take actions to make your life positive. And he did have positive influences: the military, grandparents, appreciation for education, mentors, hillbilly values, including honor, white privilege, and the list goes on and on. These are just a few ideas to think about of what influenced JD's success. Obviously, you would not write about all of them because it's only a 2-hour final exam. So find the ones that you feel are the most influential. In your essay, you should be supporting your claim with evidence. This means text-based evidence, evidence from Hillbilly Elegy. You'd want to make sure you're using lead-ins before your evidence. So go back to They Say, I Say, look at Chapter 2, look at Chapter 3, look at the templates to let you know how to cite your sources. You should be using quotes from the book. Doesn't all have to be quotes. If you do use a quote, you need proper MLA 8 citations, so use your MLA 8 guide. And if you paraphrase, you don't necessarily have to cite it because they're going to be more general summaries of events in his life. Also, you will need a works cited page at the end, but that should be easy because the only thing you're probably going to cite is Hillbilly Elegy. And you've done that already in essay number 4. Have a time management plan. You've got 2 hours to complete the test. There is going to be something for you to read on the final exam, so make sure you know how to open up a PDF on Canvas. You've been doing it all semester, but double check your computers. There's no pop-up blockers. You'd probably want to spend about 10 minutes pre-writing before you write that essay. Go through your pre-writing strategies of brainstorming, clustering, listing, outlining. Give yourself about 60 minutes to write the essay, but save 10 minutes for proofreading so you can go back and look to see what you wrote. And that would leave you with 10 extra minutes at the end to just relax and celebrate your accomplishment for finishing all the assignments this semester. So in review, this test is scored on your ability to meet the SLOs, the Student Learning Outcomes and Objectives. Use your textbooks, also your MLA 8 handout from the library, and you have a choice of taking it in Canvas or in class because you are a hybrid class. At this point, I'd like to wish you the best of luck on your final exam, and if you have any questions before the final exam, contact me through email or my office hours. Thank you. Good luck on your final exam.